Okay, I'm with Kevin Bell down in the pits. Kevin, you're president of the Speedway Super Sedan. How we say it?
Speedway Super Sedans WA.
Nearly got it right, didn't I?
Something like that, yep.
Mate, state title time and the big night tonight. Although the numbers aren't great, the title's going to be a good one.
It will, Tony. We've still got 17 cars, not as big as car number as we would like to have seen for a state title, but a lot of circumstances surrounding that. But by gee, there's some quality cars in the pits.
Now, the big thing tonight is that history could be made. This event's been going since 1967, so that's a fair journey.
1967, yeah. Some history could be made tonight.
Certainly the cars are a lot different today to what they used to be back in the days, 67s and whatever. They used to run the Tiranas and Cortinas and things like that, but a little bit different now.
Funny you talk about that, Tony. We were just talking about it the other day when we were over here for a title, and I think I had a six-cylinder Tirana with some triple Webbers or something on it then in those days, and I was looking at a program the other night. Some of the old names, no doubt about it, these drivers are die-hard racers. I know Paul DeLacy was only just got out of hospital a week ago, and I'm sure he'll be down here tonight if you can. You'll see that, and going back to those days, these were the guys that were in racing around there then. In actual fact, the last race Bert Vosbergen won was on this track. That last feature race he won, qualified off the front row with Chris Pav.
Yeah, certainly. And Kevin, there's one bit of history that could well be made tonight. No driver has ever won 3 consecutive state titles. Gary Higgs could do that tonight.
Yeah, Dusty and I were just looking at the board. No, there's been no 3-time winners. There's been, I think, 2 or 3 2-time executive years where somebody's won it. And I think the most the West WA titles ever been won is 4 or 5 times, and I can't name those drivers that have done that, but there's about 3 or 4 of them. So if Dusty does that tonight, it'll be an all-time record. Right,
well, I can tell you now that 5 times won by Tony Giancola. He's the only one to win it 5 times. 4 times Bert Vosbergen. I think Mark Giancola was in there, and there was one other. I can't think of who it is.
Could have been Cody Brown, but yeah, I think you're right. That sounds right. So, yeah, well, Dusty could make history, but interesting field because you've got some the likes of Lee Aylett. Probably it could be another record. Youngest super sedan driver that I can recall to got to do it yet, but there's another one lining up for it. You've got Phil Barton come down from Broome. You've got you might call him a dark horse, but I believe one of the hardest to beat will without a doubt be Knoxie, Rob Knox. And then you've got the real experienced drivers like Campbell, Lee's dad, Campbell Aylett. So really, as I say, a talented field that lined up here tonight.
Kevin Bell as well.
Well, he'll never stop trying, that'll be for sure.
Yeah, okay, you have podiumed a few times, and the one that has podiumed a lot is actually Gary Higgs.
Yeah, well, see, Dusty for some years now, and when we go back to those programs all those years ago, Dusty was in there. He used to race a Super 6, and when we started a Division 1 and 2 at Claremont, they asked him to come along and make up the numbers in the Division 2 field. And in those days, the guys that come first and second were then put to the front of the A-grade race, and Dusty and I were often there, and so as soon as we won 2 or 3 in a line, then they'd put us up to A-grade, so we had a way of playing it, so we hung out in Division 2 for a couple of years there when Dusty first started there.
Fair enough, Kevin. Look, it's going to be a hot night to start things off. You've got practice coming up shortly. I'm going to let you go. Thanks very much for joining us here on RSTV tonight.
No problems, Tony. Really appreciate being here. Look forward to a good night's racing. Thank you.